What's up, everybody? This is Super Mike 2164. Press the like, press the share. We're just going to do a quick show this morning. Conversation is necessary. Going to do a few news stories early and talk about a couple topics. But first I want to share this little poem here. The value of words. Yeah, some people think that words have no real importance, but words are the main method of communication. So the type of words that we use, the speech that we talk about, when it's positive, sometimes it needs to be negative, sometimes it needs to be positive, but it needs to be done in a way so that people want to build. And we hear a lot of negative talk, but the same people who speak negative can actually speak positive, and it changes the whole disposition.
Okay.
Black men, the white man's hell. They keep the black dead, dumb, or in jail. The only time that white men can truly rest is when they force black men to fail their tests. But black men, you can't break free from all the shackles that are holding back me. You see, I love the black man and I know he can soar. The black man can kill anyone with only his room. King of the jungle? Nah. More like gods of this earth.
Talk that.
We planted this planet. We helped give her birth. I believe in the black man, and I know he was created to do it all. That's why he's twice as big, thicker, and tall.
Oh my God.
His skin is deep and strong like wood. His hair is curly like branches. So misunderstood. His rooted mind is sharp and his heart is pure, and I know that the black woman is the black man's cure. Cure for the suffering and the self-hate that was embedded in their minds to seal the black man's fate. Cure for the love and understanding that the black man never got. Teaching him affection and putting distress to a stop. What do you have to be, black man? Twice as good as them to earn half of what they got. But the funny thing is, for my black man, that really don't take a lot. See, when you think twice as good with only half your brain, and using it to full potential was never a strain, you were built for this world from your head to your toe, inside of you gave fear to white folk. You knew who you were, standing proud, strong, and tall, and never feared any man as a threat at all. To a weak-minded person, black man, you're a threat. They lay around me, let's build them all in that. Let's destroy their brains, confuse their minds, make them our slaves, let's rape their wives. Let's kill their babies, and you'll never let them know. We realize their strength, but we won't ever let them go. We won't use them to build us up to who we need to be, and make them believe that they will never be free. Take their minds first, then strip all of their defenses, keep the black men alone and scared behind fences. Separate the light and dark, make them hate themselves. They need to idolize us and put us on pedestals because self-hate, it roots deep and it makes one inferior. Never show the black man it's within our interior. Never let them watch us and never let them see that if all they did was roar, they could truly be free.
Didn't that make you feel good? Just words. I just wanted to just put that out there because a lot of people, we have a lot of gender wars going on. A lot of folks hear negative words, hear destructive words, but that all can be flipped around just with positive words. So I just wanted to put that out there. We have in the news, Texas synagogue, hostages freed. The gunman's dead after a standoff. Did y'all know there was a synagogue under a standoff with a military gunman January 15th, just 2 days ago? They had all hostages held by gunmen at a synagogue in Texas have been freed after a standoff that ended in the death of their captor. A rescue team breached a synagogue in Colleyville and freed 3 of the 4 people who were taken hostage. This didn't make national news. The gunman took a rabbi and 3 members of congregation of Beth Israel hostage during a live stream Facebook service at the synagogue in Dallas area Saturday morning. He was heard demanding the release of Pakistani neuroscientist Afia Siddiqui. So this was like a terrorist situation, who is in a Texas federal prison. The Associated Press reported, citing officials it didn't identify. Everybody's secret. Sky News reported that the gunman was a British national. We believe that he was singularly focused on one issue. He's not a terrorist. Matthew DeSarno, an FBI special agent, said during press briefing, it is believed that the incident was not targeted at the Jewish community, he said. President Joe Biden, who was briefed on the situation, said more will be known in the days ahead about the motivation of the hostage taker. He's dead, so how you gonna know more about his motivation? Yeah, he's dead, so I guess y'all can make up a story. But let me be clear to anyone who intends to spread hate. We will stand against anti-Semitism and against the rise of extremism in this country, Biden said in a statement after the standoff. So that's interesting. The Supreme Court blocks Biden's COVID requirements for businesses, upholds healthcare workers' mandate. So they uphold the healthcare workers' mandate, but they blocked the mandate for the businesses, which was crazy anyway, because anybody with over 100 employees, you want to force everybody to get a shot that we don't even really understand what's in this thing. The Supreme Court on Thursday blocked the Biden administration's rule requiring larger businesses to ensure that workers are vaccinated against the F-19 or wear masks and get tested weekly. So it's really, testing. But the court said a separate mandate requiring the vaccinations for estimated 20 million healthcare workers can be enforced. The workplace rule, which OSHA administration announced last fall, required companies with 100 or more employees to ensure that their employees get either shot or wear a mask and show the negative results at least once a week. And that's a financial burden on those employees too, because those tests cost money. So OSHA estimated that the rule, which would have covered nearly 80 million workers, would save 6,500 lives. They estimated. Yeah, well, that's the news there. They blocked that. So what do we think about that? We're going to go back to, I had a Twitter space going on. Twitter spaces is very important, I think, for us to get into. I was talking to one of these guys about the value of words, because we got a lot of people that, once they get at a certain age, they get older and they believe that they've heard it all. So they get tired of other people hearing the same thing that they heard just because they may be like 40 or, you know, a little older. But they forget that you always got new generations coming that needs to hear the same information. The same old information is still relevant. You need the same information. So,
you know, Italians, but black folks, when they become a salesperson, you got to just hit the streets, go door to door, make all these cold calls. You know, some of us get successful at it. We're really good communicators and stuff, but it's just like, this is the disadvantage that we have. So it's just like, we have to build this community. You have to support building a pro-black community, empowerment type of community, because that right there is your nucleus of support. That is your home team. We don't really have a home team right now. You know, we're playing, you know, on everybody else's court.
All right, here's a solution. We got 6 people in the room. Let's put $10,000 in a fund every year and invest in something.
That's happening.
I feel it. Like 10,000 in the fund we invest. I feel it at 100%. Now, I say this, for those that don't have that 10,000, we can find ways in order for them to raise that 10,000, like a crowd fund or PPP loans, stuff like that. Well, not PPP loans, but peer-to-peer lending, stuff like that. I ain't got no 10,000. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't got 10,000 right now. That's just for me. This is for me personally.
Can you say $30 a day?
What did you say now? Because I have walked away. I just came back and heard you say 10,000.
Yeah, we all put 10,000 in the fund together every year for like 5 years, and we have enough money to go and buy an apartment complex.
Oh, you said together as a team? Okay, together
Yes,
as a team?
but I say this, Dev, we can do that. But like you said, capital is our vehicle. That's our biggest vehicle to our freedom. And the only way we can get to our freedom like that is education. I think like as together, we can all come up with some courses that we can, well, I can say we can sell, but we can sell them, but give them like perks, like you said earlier, give them perks for taking the courses, like certificates, probably, I don't know, but we can come up with different perks for them to get the education. That's the biggest thing, is giving them the education so they can have the tool. Like, so give them the education so when they get the tools, they know how to use them. Like when they get the resources, they know how to use them.
All right, so I'm gonna help you out. The $30 a day. $30 a day get you 10,000 a year. Michael said we need to empower the Black business community. I hear you, but I'm gonna say it like this: we need to stop all the empowerment because we got the empowerment. Okay, everybody know. Okay, a lot of people are on the same page. Yes, a lot of people are on the same page. But we can empower all day. We can motivate all day. We need to take action. I just created a situation.
Let me ask you a real question.
All right.
See, that's one thing I like about Facebook, because it's like we got to actually be real. What is the foundation of taking action? What do you need to have before you take action?
I'm a visual. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, some of us are visual learners. Some of us are concrete abstract learners. So
I just gave you the action. I gave you a solution, because we talk all day long. That's what we do as Black people in these groups. No matter what we're talking about, we talk about the same shit over and over again. But we never provide any solutions. We never hop out there and actually try some shit. We know that we all don't get along, but we can all get along. You know what I'm saying? We got like-minded people.
You got to get along first. That's the first step. You got to trust people.
But you don't.
You start with. That's right. We don't trust. We don't trust each other right now.
Right. Let me show you real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to I can enter a contract with all of you. We can all have our LLCs, have insurance on our business. That way you can't fuck me over, I can't fuck you over. You feel me? There's ways to go into this stuff. But a lot of people on generational wealth, we got to go out there and do it. I gave a simple solution.
You're not wrong. But the thing is, that's already happening in some people. I'm already doing some of the stuff that you said. I'm doing it. You know, I've done what you said with my family. We have a business, the LLC. We made a joint account, and we invest in that account. We buy land, our family land. That's what we do. You know, and it builds trust because nobody's trying to do it extra fast. And then people understand the process first because they're doing it in a safe place. It's like you can't, like, dude, if you can't put a 5-year-old in the 10th grade and they haven't went through the process yet. This is the problem with a lot. That's what I was talking about earlier. People have a solution. They're trying to move on a solution. They have a good plan, but they haven't done the process of getting their tribe together to move and support their effort. And then they get.
Yeah. So I just wanted to put that out there. I hear this kind of thing a lot. There's people that they had their little plans that they got and they came up with something and they just think that they can just get out there and just say it. And people are supposed to jump on it. And if you don't jump on it, they act like something wrong with you. As if you just gonna just trust them, you know who they are, or this thing, the talking, the networking, the being around this people, seeing your track record, knowing what you're about. He's talking about putting contracts together and all that stuff. Nobody wants to go through all that in that process. Just on everybody who just got some little idea that pops up. That's just not how it works. Nobody wants to deal with that. So it's very important that before you build a community, that you involve yourself in a community, that people see how you move, how you operate over a protracted period of time. You have to, just like if you look at Minister Farrakhan. People know Minister Farrakhan. He's been there a long time. This is why you got so many people ready to move on the ideas that he would say. And he's going to take time and make sure that his ideas are viable. But even then, you still have to have a community. You have to have a group of people to move on what you intend on doing. So you have to do the legwork. You have to build up the group of people who you expect to support you. Otherwise, you ain't gonna get no support. It's a big deal. This is a big problem that a lot of Black folks have, especially when they ready to move on some ideas and plans. They don't know how to talk. They don't know the value of conversations. They don't know the value of building up, of creating the people to support what they do. And so they always get outperformed. And, so moving on to the next subject here, I just want to highlight before we go a couple people in Black history that I think everybody should know, research, and learn about. Susie King Taylor, she was a Civil War nurse. She created a first-hand account of her experiences in the Civil War. Black folks need to know this information. This is our history. We should be the authority over. She was a teacher, and she made an account before the war and during the war and after the war. Here's another, and this is her story is something especially you should have your children read. Here's another story. Harriet Jacobs, the incidents in the life of a slave girl. It's a very important story that children should read, and everybody should know this history. but it's just showing she documents her time in slavery. You know, she was a pretty lady. Of course, the slave masters were always trying to get at her or what have you. She had to hide in a ceiling basically to get away from these people. For 7 years straight, she hid in a ceiling, in a little rooftop in a house. For 7 years, she was in a prison, sitting there, hiding, trying to get away from, you know, little slave masters trying to rape her and stuff. So that's a very important book, Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl by Harriet Jacobs. She wrote her own book, but she did escape slavery because she did learn how to read and write. And that's pretty much it for today. I just wanted to come at everybody and just give some information. And, you know, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Peace out. All right.